You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Runs for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about Deion Sanders and Jay Norvell, of course, the head coach of the Colorado State Rams. Their big rivalry game today, College Game Day for ESPN, is in Colorado for Deion Sanders. As you can imagine, a lot of publicity there. And, of course, Jay Norvell made these comments earlier in the week, my goodness, towards Deion Sanders and Colorado. I can't imagine what he was thinking, but he is trying to backtrack off those comments. And Deion is loving every minute of this. Deion came out, made a video. In fact, I tried to put a video out yesterday because Deion came out and said, okay, you made it personal. You made it personal for all of us. As if Deion needed any more motivation for his teams. He gave his kids some, and Shedeur Sanders has come out baffled. He made some comments this morning about Jay Norvell, thinking, what the hell were you thinking, dude? This could be a bloodbath tonight, folks. We're talking, this could be a 30-point game.
And I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I talk to grown-ups. I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. Of course.
Okay, so obviously he's taking a shot at one Neon Deion Primetime Sanders. And, of course, the fact that, look, whether it's a cap, a visor, my personal favorite look, Deion's rocking the cowboy hat with the glasses. He's obviously taking a shot at Deion Sanders. Now, he's trying to walk this back. Okay, Reese Davis made these comments yesterday, his interpretation, and then Jay Norvell retweeted this out from Reese Davis. Let's just play it. And
when you're talking to the media in a news conference as a head coach, you're either talking to the media, you're talking to your fans, or you're talking to your players. Jay Norvell, who I know was not talking to anyone at Colorado. I know he said he didn't care if they heard it in Boulder. Who do you think he was talking to? His players. He's talking to his players. We're not afraid. We're going in there. We're not intimidated by all the attention they get or by the force of his personality or by the talent of Travis Hunter or Shedeur Sanders. We're not intimidated by any of that. We're going to play, and we're going to do our thing. He's talking to his players. You know, now, absolutely Colorado should respond the way they did and use it and all of that stuff. That's part of the game. But I didn't think for a second, you guys probably know Jay Norvell better than I do, but that's not really in his wheelhouse. He's talking to his players. He wasn't trying to take a shot. And I'm sorry to diffuse all the fun saying that, but that's what I thought.
Okay, so Reese Davis said that Jay was using this as motivation for his players. Maybe he was, but I think in large part this wildly backfired. Okay, he's got a highly motivated, very talented Colorado Buffalo team that is steamrolling towards him tonight. Okay, they put this in prime time on ESPN tonight. And then Jay Norvell, when he retweeted this, he made these comments. With all the media involved with this game, not one reporter asked me about my comments. One guy got it. I wanted to send a message to our players and how we run our program. That's great, but Deion used this, okay? And with all the publicity around all of this, I cannot imagine this was a great thing to do. No matter what you were trying to do, I don't think this was a good idea. So, Deion, this got tweeted out by Adam Schefter. All right? After Deion day before said this was all personal, and you could tell his team is very fired up over these comments, Deion went and did the following.
Let's give him something. Let's give him something. These are the shades. I'm going to give you these.
And so you saw it right there. Deion gave every player on the team a brand new pair of gold sunglasses. Every single player. Obviously, that's a fire back at Jay Norvell. It is. And his players are fired up. Shedeur Sanders this morning on College Game Day, he fired back. And look, Shedeur is saying the one thing we're all wondering. Why would you have done this? Okay, it was not personal to Colorado coming into it, really and truly, outside of just being a rivalry game. I get it. That in itself can be personal, but this took on a different flavor because you took a blatant shot at their coach. Those players adore Primetime. They adore him. Not to mention NFL Hall of Famer, legend, arguably the best NFL player to ever play cornerback. Multi-sport legend. Played Major League Baseball. Deion walks in the room. He commands the attention of everybody. And you wanted to motivate that guy? Okay.
You got to be a fool to do that. You got to be a fool to do that. You got his son playing quarterback and his other son playing safety. So it's like, come on now, you asking for it.
So you looking to drop another 4-5 on him, huh?
Nah, it's just extra motivation.
Extra motivation.
That's what it is. Like, you know, during the week we have a great approach to the game. But then when you make it like overly personal, like we respect the team and respect the opposing players. But now whenever you make it that, then it's all respect gone.
Okay, he said all the respect's gone now. All the respect's gone. Man, you think this isn't a big damn game? College Game Day is there. I mean, Pat McAfee was there yesterday. The Rock showed up. ESPN First Take, there. All right? It's amazing what Deion has done. What he did down there at Jackson State. And then what he's done here at Colorado. He said that some of the top recruits in the country are now calling him. He's not having to go after them. They're calling him, wanting to play for Deion. Unbelievable. He may mess around and grow himself a real powerhouse in Colorado. Turn them into something they haven't been in many, many years. They were good back in the 90s. People forget that. Deion also shot this down, the idea that he would leave for the NFL, which I've said I think this is eventually where this goes. But he did make these comments yesterday, quote, "I love college football. I love that young men are still impressionable, that they're not so financially wealthy that they can't hear you," Sanders began. At the next level, some of these guys make so much money they can't hear. They can't hear, they can't see the things that they need to see and hear. I would have a hard time motivating a man that makes upwards of 20 or 30 or sometimes 40 million to go out there and do your job, he continued. I got a problem with that. Sanders also noted that his coaching style might not mesh with the NFL. I would start with 53 and come out of the locker room at halftime with about 38. So he's just saying, and that's an interesting take because I thought he would be headed to the NFL shortly, particularly for the Dallas Cowboys after Mike McCarthy was eventually run out of town. And I do think ultimately McCarthy doesn't work with the Cowboys. Maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years. Jerry is going to want Deion's personality representing his franchise because, let's face it, his personality is perfect to be a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. But maybe he doesn't want to. That's very interesting that he would make these comments and say, I don't think I can motivate guys that make that much money. and he doesn't have the tolerance for the attitude, saying that, look, they would piss him off by the end of halftime, and you'd have 20 players that would no longer be on the team. You know that can't happen at the next level. And it's going to be interesting to see if those comments and those feelings remain as he continues to coach and get a little older. I do think there's one more college stop somewhere. I don't know where that's at. Florida State looks awfully good right now. I would have normally said that would be it. And, of course, he wanted to coach there, but they look good right now. Florida State does. So this is very interesting. If this man wants to stay in Colorado, holy shit, the program he's going to end up building is going to be, it could be legendary, because no doubt he's going to get the top talent in all of college football. You know, that when they're calling you and you're not having to send out letters and they want to come coach, play for Coach Prime, you've got the right guy for the job, and this much publicity, it's all free for Colorado. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.